With the first round of the Ghana Premier League coming to an end over the weekend, today we are at the training premises of Vision Football Club, one of the teams hoping to escape the drop this season in the Ghana Premier League after making their an impressive debut in their maiden season of the top flight division. Vision are currently occupying 12th on the league table and are hoping to build up on the points they've gathered in the first round when the second round kickstarts on Sunday. Today we'll be chit-chatting with the man that is guiding this team to do big things. One of the big things they did this season was to travel all the way to Doma and beg one of the title contenders in Agyemang Football Club that's beat them at their home grounds. Today we'll be looking into that conversation and a lot more with the head coach, Kwaku Agyemang. Hi, welcome to Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. I know it's a pigeon show, so let me just try and speak pigeon. But yeah, today we are chatting with the head coach for Vision Football Club. For many who have been following the Ghana Premier League, we know that the GPL is on a break. I don't want to say a break, but the first round is over. The second round kickstarts this Sunday, and we are focusing on Vision Football Club, one of the teams who made entry into the top flight division last season, give themselves some good accounts of what they will do and are still doing against the big clubs. I'm talking with Kwaku Agyemang, who is the head coach for Vision Football Club. But my name is Gabi Ofe. Welcome to the show. Coach, good to have you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you again, actually.
First interview of the year, though, 2026.
Yep.
Should I ask you this? Do you have any resolutions?
I really don't do yearly resolutions. Okay. I think I do.
Maybe if you want to tie it to football.
I mean, mine is going to training daily, try to improve my team. Yeah. I think I like the daily improvements than looking at the whole year, because I think that improvements are made daily. And once you focus on the daily, at the end of the year, definitely you have a certain result, to show to, the masses or the people that matter. Mm-hmm. So I think I do daily improvements instead of yearly resolutions.
Let's get into the conversation. Let's start off with the GPL, right. Head coach for Vision Football Club. For the uninitiated, for those who don't follow the GPL and for those who don't follow maybe you and Vision Football Club, what's your typical day like? Match days, en route to match days?
I mean, en route to match days, of course, it starts with the training sessions. Usually, we play our games on Sunday. Monday is a full rest day. The players need 24 hours to come back to the field. And then on Tuesday, we do a recovery session. Okay. And then we start loading them up from Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we load them. And then Saturday, we reduce the load and get ready for the Sunday. We say Saturday is match prep. So usually we just go through what we did in the week, look at the tactical phase, look at set pieces, bits and pieces of combination plays or where we would overload and all those things. Just go over it again. And then Sunday, we go back into the game. Usually if it's a home game, the players are camped in a hotel with the technical team. They go through the normal things like the prayer, the walk, breakfast, lunch, dinner, stuff like that. And then the match day, we travel from the hotel. I think by 1 p.m. we should be on the field. Of course, we go through video analysis and stuff like that. And then, of course, we get ready to go to the field, the warm-ups, and then ready for the war.
Great stuff. For you, this is your second season, right? Right. I remember the first time we spoke when you guys made entry into the top flight. I asked you a few questions about what your expectations were. I'm sure some came into fruition, some did not.
Yeah.
But just talk to me. I don't want to take you way too back. Just talk to me about your thoughts in the first round. You guys chalked some decent result. The last was against Standing Agyemang at their home venue.
Right. I think that this year compared to last season, we've made some very, very valuable improvements. The idea is to improve the individual, improve the group, which goes a long way to have a positive effect on the team as a whole. Last season, by the end of the first round, I think we had about 18 points after 17 games. This time we'll have 21 points after 17 games. Last season, at the end of the first round, we still haven't been able to win any away game. This time around, we have won an away game, and it's, of course, against a big club. And we think that we've done some massive improvements, even in terms of my technical team as well. Coaches like Abega, Muntari, they've all come to beef up the technical team. You see a lot more unity among the technical team. You also see a lot more among the players as well. So the improvements we've made are very, very little, but very effective improvements. So I think that we're very, very happy when we go to training, the sessions, the way the boys respond to the sessions, the way the technical team put together the session, the way they deliver the session. I think it's amazing when we travel out, the way the togetherness, the unity from technical team and the playing body. There is an element of love, an element of unity, an element of oneness, an element of understanding, and that hard work that tops up. I think that each and every individual is giving his best. So I think that when it comes to the team, we've done a lot. In terms of results, we are very happy where we are, but of course we can also make massive improvements. Second round, we've actually brought in some few players that would augment, the team and give those that are there some form of competition. And we saw it against Agyemang when we took out someone who's played most of the games in the first round. When Sule came, it was amazing what he did over there. So, I mean, in that particular department, everybody knows that, we have what it takes. And we've actually done the same with every department. So now when you're making a change, if you look on the bench, you're happy because the one that's coming on is the same as whoever is coming out.
Yes, that's quality.
That's quality.
I mean, I checked where Vision are currently occupying the table, 11. I was following keenly those results against some of the big boys. And even last season, I think you beat Kotoko too.
Right.
This season, in the first round of the games that you've played, the teams that you faced, which one would you say was your toughest opponent?
I think Agyemang.
Agyemang.
This is the third time I'm saying it.
So Agyemang away?
Away.
Okay.
It was an away encounter.
And they're the ones leading the table after the first round.
Yes. I mean, this is the third time I'm saying this. And Agyemang has a wonderful team put together. They're one of the teams that it doesn't matter whether they play home or away. They are actually winning. Drawing, yes, but when you go to their home ground, it's very, very difficult to win out there.
I see.
The TNA is a very, very tough ground. I mean, they didn't only score, they taught us a football lesson. And they did. And that was very early in the season. I think it was our second game after we played a draw game against Samatex at home. And then we had to go there. Our preseason didn't really go well. So the first two games was very, 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 very tough for us. And unfortunately, we had to play Samatex and Agyemang. So after that, I mean, I've followed them keenly. I've realized that they're a very well put together team. And of course, they have Ibrahim Tanko, a very well-drilled coach. He's somebody I admire very well. So I think that with all the games that we've played, Agyemang has given us a hell of a time.
And I mean, talking about one of the venues that you think was very hostile, not hostile in the sense that you have the fans attacking you, but making the atmosphere very not so good for your players. Which venue would you give it to?
Yeah, I think it will still be Agyemang. When you go to the TNA, their supporters, they are in from the minute 1 to the 90th and even the extra time. They are there. It doesn't matter whether you're winning, they are drawing. there are the fans that always want to see Mediama win. So when the TNA, when you go there, if your players are not mentally psyched and they're not ready, the fans alone will do everything possible for you to be beating. So it's very hostile in terms of the way they sing, they drum. You know, they give Mediama a certain environment to thrive, and no wonder when you go to TNA, they won almost all their game with the exception of, I think, Basake that they drew. But even that, you see the time they equalized and the fans was there for them all the way through. So again, it would be Mediama. When you go there, the fans made you feel that, like, welcome to Takwa, you know. Yeah.
Great stuff. What would be the lessons, I don't know whether positive or negative, that you have picked in the first round and that you are carrying into the second round, which kickstarts this Sunday?
I think for what myself and my technical team has discussed, first and foremost, I'll break it into two. Defensively, how many men we put behind the ball when we lose it is very important. So the first round, we conceded some few goals that, you know, I think that we put a certain number behind the ball. We think that we need a bit more to do that. Sometimes we have what we call the rest attack. So usually we leave some players out just so immediately we win the ball. You know, that attacking transition thing can happen. But I think that we leave too many men up front, and that's something that we need to change. We need to bring a lot more numbers behind the ball to block certain vital areas. And then once we win it, you know, we can just sprint into those areas that opposition has given us. And then attacking wise, we should not focus too much on the opposition. I think that we should play our game. We have our blueprint, and once we win the ball, we should be able to play our game. And we tested that against Ediana. And we told the boys, once we lose the ball, we need each and every individual, even the striker behind the ball.
Yeah.
And then once we win it, spaces are there, so we'll run into the spaces, and then the attacking transitions will be able to get a goal. And we did, and it worked great, especially in the second half where Mediama came all the way out. I said Mediama. Ediana came all the way out and wanting to equalize and win the game. Once we put all the 11 behind the ball, they found very little space, and that resulted in them shooting from afar, which made our goalkeeper, which made it easy for our goalkeeper. They went wide to cross the balls, but again, we had worked well on defending crosses, so that again also worked in our favor. So these are some of the lessons that we have learned in taking into the second round.
I like to talk about this every time. I would just want to ask you, I mean, from the first season you guys competed in the GPL up until now, what would you say the competitiveness level has gotten to? Have you seen any changes? Do you think it has dipped, it has improved?
Yeah, I think that physically and technically, the league has improved.
Okay.
Physically and technically, and probably psychologically, I think it's improved. Now, again, I will use both Mediama and Ediana, you know, these teams as example, including Hearts of Oak when we play them. You can see technical quality. It doesn't matter whether it's the short passing game or it's the long balls. The short passing game, I think Mediama did very well when we played against them. Their combination play, playing from the back, playing through the thirds was fantastic. And when we played against Hearts of Oak and Ediana, they went long, but the execution of the long balls was fantastic. So I think that we have really improved as a league technically, which is really, really good to see. Physically, yes, it was there, but now I think that we've gone a notch up, and it's really, really well. When you look at the competition, the 50-50 balls, you know, how players block other to receive the ball. And when players lose the ball, the intensity has also gone up. Players want to spend less time in winning the ball back. So the immediate press is always there. Mediama did it against us. Hearts of Oak did it against us. Adriana did it against us.
Yeah.
And we are also doing it against the other teams.
Yeah.
So I think the intensity has improved. One thing that we still have a long way to go is the tactical side of it.
Okay.
The organization. I think that we still have a long way to go, but it's good that we have improved on 3 branches. We're still looking at the tactical phase to improve.
That's nice. Let's talk about vision again. Focus. I mean, you've been able to gather up some points. When the second round starts, I was speaking to one of your technical members, and he was sharing with me that your objective is that the team will do way more better than they've done in the first round. Where do you want to see this team finish in your second season?
I mean, for the way we ended the first round in the last 2 games, I think it's a momentum shift for us.
Okay.
It's giving the boys a psychological urge. It's giving them the ability to believe in themselves, which is something that we've been preaching since day one. We know that they are young, and of course, Vision has the youngest squad in the Ghana Premier League. So once they are able to play this game against Nations and against Adriana, they've already played Kotoko, they've played Hearts of Folk, as much as we lost 1-0. They've played the tough teams. So some of the wins we've showed, the draws, and the physical nature of the game and that competition that they've been able to go all the way to Adriana and win. I'm hoping that it's a psychological shift again for them to have that belief that they can play any team and come up top. So I believe that going into the second round, we have something different. Once that belief is there, it makes it easier. Now you give them any tactical plan, they'll be able to execute. So we are very happy going into the second round. Like my assistant told you, this is the time, now that we have that momentum shift, is the time to take it up and go to anybody's home ground and announce ourselves and say we're here, and we are here to pick 3 points and give them a game of their lives. Let them finish and say that, okay, Vision has given us something. Be able to come home fully satisfied. 1.3 points, but the most important thing is actually try not to lose any of the game. But we see ourselves within the top 6. That's our target. Again, usually when I talk about targets, my management, the only target they've given me is to improve the players and stay in the Premier League. We as coaches, we write it on our CVs, and we want the top 4, the top 6, and it would be nice to finish as part of the top 6 at the moment. Of course, like I said, the momentum shift and that psychological urge that we have at the moment. So we're hoping that we'll be able to continue and then be able to achieve. When you look at the league table at the moment, I mean, when you look at from, I think, 9th or 10th all the way down to 17th, it's separated with only 3 points. So it means that win 1, 2, 3 games, it takes you up there. So it's achievable. These are targets that are achievable that we have set for ourselves and for our players. So we are hoping that by the end of the season, we should be able to be part of the top 6.
And in pushing to achieve your targets, doing it with your players, doing it with your tech team, how do you manage the noise outside? I say noise, the fans. I'm sure you go to some venues and you have fans walking to you and telling you that, coach, you need to do better, you need to do... How do you manage all of that?
I think without the fans, football will not be as exciting as it is. So we also need to understand that once upon a time, we were all fans. Even we sit here and we support teams from England and Spain and Germany and all of that. And we expect them to win every game. So from the fan point of view, it doesn't matter whether you're playing home, you're going away. For them, you have to win. It doesn't matter if you're playing Kotoko, Medium, or Hearts of Folk. It doesn't matter if you're playing a big boy or, you need to win. So we understand them. I always have interactions with the fan, and some of them even have my number. They call, I pick up, we talk and all that. I always try to let them understand that football comes with only 3 things. You can win, you can lose, you can draw. And sometimes when it comes, I know how painful it is, but we as a technical team, we do our job. The boys come to the field, they give everything. Sometimes everything is not enough. So you tend to draw or lose the game. When that happens, we want them to understand that it's part of the game. It's part of the development of the boys. Once you win, you go through a different emotional roller coaster. If you draw, if you win, if you lose, these are all areas that helps with the development of the boys. Emotionally, it helps. Psychologically, it helps. I mean, we're talking about winning against Adriana. Fans are happy, we are happy. It gives a certain psychological edge. They go through a certain emotional phase that you can use that phase to push them to the next level. It's the same way when they lose. They go through a certain emotional roller coaster that you can pick and also use it to help them. So either way, of course, we know that they want Vision to win the league and they want Vision to be part of the top 4, but we have to set realistic goals for ourselves. With Vision, we're using we're using players that are not exposed, very inexperienced players. The idea is to get them to become the it, and it takes a certain process to get there. And at the moment, we're doing it really well. If you look at last season, the position that we choked, and this season where we are after the first round, these are improvements that we've made with the boys and with the team. We're hoping that they can have that patience for us to be able to get Vision to win the league someday.
People say that Vision is a club that give opportunities to young players, so they nurture young players, and then they make them big stars in the future. How do you juggle that with losing players and also keeping in mind that you have to help the team finish in a respectable spot?
It's a very difficult mix, actually, Gabi. It's very, very difficult. You know, you are nurturing the player. You also know that probably the player might not stay the next 2 or 3 years. Okay. Once the player comes alive, you have clubs, you know, pouncing, wanting them both locally and internationally.
Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult. But these are targets that has been set. 1, we need to stay in the Premier League. 2, we need to develop the individual, the groups, get them ready for the market. And we need to compete very well in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as coaches, we also want to get respectable positions and stuff. So this is very, very difficult. But we have this understanding between our technical team. We know how to move the boys and get them ready for the competition. We know how to get the individual ready for the market once the target comes in and stuff like that. So sometimes you see that we can move certain players out and bring certain players in because we're preparing them for a certain phase. And then another time those players comes back because these ones have left and stuff. But we are doing it so well that there are no complaints, both from the players or from management. We set realistic goals for each and every individual.
Yeah.
We go into the game, we're setting realistic goals. For the first round, we set very realistic goals for the players and they've achieved it. The team has also achieved it. And management is not complaining, so we're very happy about that. So going in the second round, we're going to sit back and set goals again for the individual, for the groups, for the team, and then for ourselves as a technical team. And each and every individual has to work within that confinement to make sure that we achieve it. The fact that the boys are improving daily, I think that that's the most important thing. Within the mix, sometimes you have to make adjustments, and we make it as and when it comes. And I think that so far, I did say congratulations to the tech team and to the boys. I think that we've done what we need to do.
Great stuff. Let me take you to this conversation now. I mean, at the start of the league, there was some financial injection for the clubs. That's 80 million Ghana cedis.
Right.
1 million to the 18 clubs. You guys are the actors, the main beneficiaries in all of this. How has that helped from where you sit?
I mean, I think that when you look at the financial injection in terms of salaries for, you know, both the staff and the players, I think that it's going well. Players are not complaining, and once players don't complain about salaries and bonuses, I think that it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Then with the technical team, we don't have a lot of load on us. When you look at equipment that comes to the field, and of course with the coaches, we need that to be able to finish, you know, doing whatever we're doing. Players have GPS. My physical trainer is very happy with his GPS. Feeds us very well with information. So
I see.
Yeah, even in terms of the game.
Yeah.
Once somebody hits the red line on the game, he comes to say that, coach, you know, this guy is tired. He said the red line will show us evidence. And of course, we need to do sub to make sure that he doesn't get injured. During training, immediately after training, he comes to us and tells us, okay, he didn't train well, he didn't prepare their positions. They were supposed to get this number or this figure, we didn't get it. So tomorrow when they come after training, I want to push them a bit more so they can hit it. Or sometimes immediately after training, he comes and says that, you know, there's 4 or 5 players or 1 player has to run, do some runs and stuff. And the player will have to run to be able to achieve that target and stuff. So I think that is going a long way. To help us as a technical team and as a playing body.
That's nice to hear. How about the coverage and the whole branding of the league? I spoke to the minister some time back, and then he mentioned that he's seen some improvement in what it used to be. I mean, comparing to last season. Well, what are your thoughts about?
Yes, it's true. I mean, we have some very good improvements. Now, some of the games are shown live. My dream is to see all the games live. I think that if every game comes live and the whole Ghana, the whole world is watching, one is going to improve us, the technical team. Now we're going to think more, we're going to do more to be able to show. Because once the whole world is watching, you want to show your capabilities, you want to show what you can do as a coach. And of course, the players know that it's live. Their families, their friends, their loved ones are watching them every day. They want to give everything. I think this is what is making all these English Premier League and the German Bundesliga and the Spanish League. I think this is what is making them who they are. They understand that, look, the whole world is watching. I mean, Me born, I'm a born. Me yadi, I'm my yadi. You know, the whole world is watching.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to go out there and give a good account. Even if he's not in the starting 11, he wants to be.
Yeah.
You know, because he knows that the world is watching. So I think that if we can go ahead and get every game live, it will also help, even in terms of officiating. It's going to help. Every referee would want to, every linesman, fourth referee, everybody would want to give a good account on themselves because the whole world is watching. So I think showing these games live will bring some level of positivity in our game.
Speaking of positivity, I have realized that now security at the various match venues, it's encourageable.
Yeah.
You don't have those pockets of hooliganism and all over match violence and all of that. Going forward, what do you think can be done also to add to what we've seen so that it does not pop up its head again?
I think for me, it's two things: improved security, and then how do you call it? We should be able to do a lot of education. What hooliganism brings, what violence does, you know, not only to the individual, but also to families of the individuals.
Okay.
We've had, previously we've had Accra Sports Stadium,
Yeah.
We've seen it there, we also saw it, was it Nations against, we also saw whatever happened there. So I think that it's about time that we know the consequences of what happens when something happens to even an individual. It travels, goes a long way to affect the families, their loved ones, and even as a country as a whole. It brings a bad image onto the football that we are trying to build. So I would think that once we have to still keep on improving the security. I was very happy when we went to Odiana, we won, nothing happened, nothing. I mean, from the fans, from the technical team, from the players, immediately we were done, we shook hands, we hugged each other. Even when I got home, I had the goalkeeper's trainer actually sent me a message asking me, bro, what do you feel? You know, how was it? You know, stuff like that. And this is love. You know, it's very, very encouraging. And the fans, when we're going, some of them, you know, my idea to come here and win, Charlie, kudos and stuff. So we had even people from the town come to say, you know, well done and all that. And these are some of the things that you used not to see. So I'm thinking the security improvements has helped. We should not stop. Keep on improving the security. Education-wise, we need to educate the fans, keep educating them so that, you know, Ghana football will become the flagship of Africa, actually.
Someone said I should ask you this. It's not me asking, even though I'm doing the question. I want to know, life as a head coach for Vision Football Club,
Right.
and also life as you're with the under 17, right?
Yeah, national under 17.
Yeah. How do you juggle that? Because I mean, you know, I've been chasing you for this interview.
I know.
Oh, you said, "Oh, Gabi, today I didn't come." So how do you juggle? You seem to be very busy.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, you have to be able to juggle the national team as an assistant coach, head coach for Vision Football Club, president and founder for Progen Football Club.
I even forgot about that.
And family life. It's very, very difficult. I'll tell you that for sure. It's very, very difficult. My little girl sees me very few times, probably within the month. And I think that she's grown up to understand that this is what daddy does, and this is what, you know, this is how I'm going to grow up. So she tends to take advantage of the little time that I have with her. And that's the most important thing for me. As an assistant coach for the national team, I am blessed to have Prosper Ogum as my head coach. He understands the balance between the national team.
You say he's a professor.
No, he is a professor.
I'm yet to actually meet him like the way I've met you.
I think you'd enjoy
But from
him.
where I sit and when I listen to him speak, you can actually tell about his in-depth knowledge for the sport.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think I'm learning so much from Prosper on and off the field. A gentleman, you know, he's the type of person that speaks facts, and he will tell you as it is.
Okay.
He will tell you as it is, not in a violent way, but he will let you understand A is A and B is B.
Is that why people say he's strict?
I think so. You know, Africans, we hate that. We hate it when people are strict but truthful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's strict with the truth.
Yeah.
Prosper is white, black is black, brown is brown. You don't see white and say, oh, black Tyree baby, so it's black and white. No, white is white, black is black, brown is brown.
I see.
He's very straightforward. Why you're late, why you're late. You know, you have to meet your time because it's the job. The job is calling for it. If training starts at 10, you need to be there. You're the technical guy. You need to be there probably 15 minutes before that because the players will learn from you.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the right thing, the players will not be able to learn because you are the head.
Yeah.
You know, the players pick it from you. If the players are not doing well, if A is A, you need to correct. If you need to make the run, you need to make the run. If you're not supposed to do this because it's going to go a long way to affect the game, you're not supposed to do it. So for me, probably, I don't know if it's because of my background coming from North American stuff, it makes it a bit more different. My time is my time, and I have conversations with him, and we have this brotherly love. Sometimes when I even call him boss, it's like, I'm from a brother, you know, I'm your brother. And he likes that. He wants to, he does this all-inclusive technical team. Everybody has to, if you see something wrong, come to me and tell me, Nana, bro, the side, I think, why don't we try it this way?
Okay.
And Prosper will pick it up. When we went to Cote d'Ivoire, we have meetings and I give my ideas and I say that in the next session he'll tell me, Nana, what you said yesterday, I want you to do a session for that to correct it.
Yeah.
And I'll do the session, show it to him. We'll go to the field, he's standing, he's watching. I would do it. If he has any additions to come to me, bro, up here, why don't we do this and that and that? I said, okay, I pick it and we go. Me, myself, him, Jacob Nete, the goalkeeper's trainer, Okra, even the camera guy, everybody.
On the same page.
On the same page.
Wow.
Yeah, in our video analysis, we had everybody.
Yeah.
From the welfare officer to the camera guy. Everybody was at our video analysis class. And everybody's bits and pieces of advice or any word they spoke in there, it helped a long way for us to qualify to the Africa Cup. So he's like that. So he's helped me a lot. Once I have something doing with the Premier Club, he sets me off to go and do it. And I'm blessed to have Abega also as my assistant, very knowledgeable coach. So when I'm not there, he picks the blueprint, make sure that he doesn't stare off. Okay. So almost everybody in the technical team has the blueprint for Vision Football Club. And we've done a lot of sessions. It's easy for them to pick certain old sessions that we've done to correct certain things. And they communicate to me every day when I'm not here. So we did this. This is the report. Then I go ahead and I draw a different program based on the weaknesses of that day. And then I send it to them. We discuss it as a group. They take it to their training grounds. They give me the report again. When I have to be here, I'm here. Even Prosper, as my head coach. If I'm not there and he's done with training, he calls me and gives me the report. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah. So that is who he is. That's who he is. So, I mean, me as the assistant, him as the head, he doesn't even have to tell me anything. But immediately he's done with training, he has time, he calls me on phone, or sometimes he would type it and send it to me. This is what we did, this is what went well, this is what didn't go well. He give me player, individual breakdown of what happened and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm very much okay with that. And then, of course, when it comes to ProGen, everybody gives me report. They just need sometimes bits and pieces of advice, and I give it, and ProGen is going well too. So, I'm not doing bad with all of this. It's very time consuming, I tell you for sure. Sometimes you don't have time for yourself. You don't breathe. But this is what we've chosen and this is what we want to do. We do it to the best of our ability. We're hoping that our inputs will go a long way to shape the next generation.
Nice one. My final one, and I'll let you rest. You've had a long morning training your boys. Right. The next time we meet or the next time we speak, combining all the three, looking at all the three that you do, ProGen, Vision Football Club, and then the under-17 national team, what would be success for you when you look at 2026 year under review?
One by one?
Yes. You touch on it bit.
Okay, let me start with ProGen. ProGen's success would be for them to go to the international tournament this year. Yeah. This year they're going to Spain, from Spain to Sweden, Sweden to Norway. For them to go there and be able to bring me back some nice trophies that you see here. And again, for me to be able to move more players out. In the last 2 months, we moved 2 players out to Europe. The last one went, I think, just 2 days ago. Okay. And then we're preparing the next one to go on 21st. So 3 players in about 2 months already. So for ProGen, that will be success. And then the other success will be the younger ones. You know, we train from 4-year-olds all the way to 18. For a lot more people to see what we're doing and enroll into the sessions so that we can develop them through. And for us to be able to get more sponsors on board, that's very, very important.
Yeah.
So for Vision, I think the success will be for us to be part of the top 6 this season, like where we are in the point gaps. If we're able to win a lot more games, the success will be to be part of the top 6. And then, of course, to be able to improve the individual so that we can get more players going out. And then, of course, to get some of the Premier League teams still chasing some of my players. That will be success right there. For the national under-17, success will be to win the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco and to qualify to the World Cup.
Well, when is that taking place again?
April.
Oh, well, okay.
April.
So February, March, April.
And then April. So we are actually going to camp this month. We're supposed to go on Monday, but they put it on hold. I think that by next week we should be in camp and then preparing to go in April.
I wish you all the best in 2026.
Thank you very much.
I'm hoping that I see you get to the level you want to get to.
Thank you.
Especially with the national team, Progen, and then Vision.
Thank you.
Football Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Happy New Year again.
Many happy returns.
Next year by this time, it will be more greater news.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you, Coach. Highest level and all of that. Yeah, so that's our man for today, the man behind all the big stuff. You see with Vision Football Club. And for those of you who don't know that he's with the national team, I think that today you know that you're probably going to keep tabs on how well the team does in the African Cup of Nations in Morocco. That's the under-17 for the boys. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
The time and all the best again.
Thank you. Thank you.